Chat. Now I'm not gonna lie. I never told y'all this. This is going to be the weirdest thing y'all will ever hear. I'm not gonna lie. I do not know why I never told y'all boys this, but the thing is, I don't even want to tell y'all boys this. Alright, basically, I kissed a girl and found out she was my cousin. And I'm not lying. I put this shit on my mother's life. I kissed a girl and she was actually my cousin. Basically, this was mad long ago. Nah, chill, chat. This was mad long ago. Alright? This was mad long ago, so y'all can't even put this anything on me. Mad long ago, I think I was like 5 or 6 years old. Deadass, I was just... Alright, basically, I used to watch a lot of weird, what's it called? I used to watch a lot of kissing things when I was younger. Kissing pranks. Not lying, on YouTube. I used to watch these couples and shit, like balloon pop videos. What's it called? What's that one guy that was on that kiss or slap, not word. What's that one guy that used to play Fortnite and every time he got a kill, the girl used to take off a shirt and she had like 30 shirts on? Rice Gum? Yeah, Rice Gum. I used to watch a lot of Rice Gum. I already knew what was going on. P2 was the name. Oh my god. I used to watch P2 too. He always just had this girl. Didn't P2 die or something? Yeah, bro. Rest in peace, P2, bro. Rest in peace. Anyways. So yeah. I was 5, 6 years old. I don't think I was 7. But I think I was 5, 6. Around there. And what's it called? I was at the crib. I was at her crib. Cause I thought my mom, that's my mom's sister's cousin. So it's my second cousin or third cousin. I do not know. But I did not know. I thought that was my mom's friend, right? So at the time I was like 5, 6 years old. So I did not know like what I was talking about. Y'all recreated that video with your cousin, GG's money? You from Alabama? Hell no. But the thing is, I didn't even know what I was talking about. No, I didn't even know like what anything was. So basically what we did was I walked up in the room. We started playing Roblox. We started doing mad shit. And then I do not know how this happened, but somehow we ended up in the closet and my little sister was in the room. On my life, this is a true story. On my life, on my mother's life, this is a true story. My little sister was in the room. We ended up in the closet. You grow the garden? I'm not gonna lie. On my everything I love, I was in the closet, right? So I was in the fucking closet, and we started just kissing. On my mother's life, everything I love, this is real. I started kissing the girl, right? I didn't know what we were doing for real. My tongue was in her mouth. I remember this vividly too. My tongue was in her mouth and everything. After I kissed her, I pulled a hair out of my mouth. I was like, oh, hair. Like I remember that vividly in front of her face too. I don't know how old she. I'm pretty sure she's older than me by 2 years. She's older than me by 2 years. So at the time I was 5, she was like 7 years old. So I think she knew. I think she knew what she was doing. I didn't really know what I was doing. I do not know if that's the R word, but I'm pretty sure it's not because I consented to it and I liked it. What was your first kiss? I'm literally telling you. My first kiss was my cousin. So yeah. Basically, we started kissing, right? And I remember there was a hair in my mouth. We were using tongue and everything. I didn't even know. Like that's the only girl my cousin was the only girl I put my tongue in their mouth. That's mad weird. But I didn't know it was my cousin at the time, chat. I didn't know it was my cousin at the time. So then after we was kissing for a good like 5 minutes, I peeked outside the window and I said, no, not outside the window, at the closet. I told my sister, yo, don't tell nobody what's going on. Cause we gave her toys and shit trying to distract her. Cause we wasn't trying to let her know like what was going on. You know your mom's sister's cousin is your firstborn? The fuck are you talking about? You kissed a minor, Mustard? So your secret addiction is kissing your cousin? No, don't do that. Yo, bro, it just was a one-time thing. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, it was consecutive. I did it for like a good, like every time I went to the crib. I didn't know it was my cousin that time though. Real shit, I did not know it was my cousin. So basically what happened was we ended up kissing. We ended up kissing. And then, okay, boom. Now, I do not know how, but on my mother's life, we ended up I remember she had a bunk bed. We ended up on the bottom bunk, under the sheets, everything. And she took off her underwear. No, no, whoa, 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 whoa. She took off her pants. Now, no, now you're lying. On everything I love. She took off her pants. And then she was telling me to take off my pants. But at the time, I had these short, like my underwear was like up to here, like it looked like panties. My underwear looked like panties. Clip Farm, on my life, this is real. On everything I love, my underwear looked mad cooked. Like I had like I remember it was like spaceships on my underwear. It was mad crazy. Spaceships on my underwear, everything. And so I told her, nah, I don't want to, because I felt embarrassed. Because at the time I knew, I watched, so I felt embarrassed that my underwear was spaceships and shit. So then, boom, we got out. I left, because I got nervous. I didn't know what it was leading to. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't have had sex, but I'm pretty sure we would have just kissed under the covers while having no pants on. But other than that, I left out. Then, next week, I came back, and my sister was in the room. At the time, my sister was in the room. Bro cracked the 7-year-old. No, I didn't. If you can't tell when he's lying and telling the truth, y'all really don't know him like that yet. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So then, boom, I came back a week later, and my sister was in the room. I do not know what, because this was a long time ago. I don't even remember anything for real. I remember last time, we didn't go to the room. I don't remember. I was 5, 6 years old. I do not remember what was happening in that room. So we went to her parents' room. Okay, so we was in the parents' room closet kissing. And I remember this so vividly. We were playing. She made up this game, right? No, it's because we used to play a lot of FNAF back in the day. So it was just on some weird shit, right? So boom, the closet was like this big, chat. I think the closet was like here, all the way to here. It was like a normal closet, and I was in the other side of the closet, and she was on the other side like this, right? And then every time I closed my eyes, you talk to that cousin still? Yeah. Every time I closed my eyes, right, she would walk up closer, but every time I opened my eyes, she would stand still. Until she got up close, and we started kissing again. That's some nutty shit right there. That's actually nutty, bro. And then, is she bad? Nah, she's actually lesbian now. So I do not know if I was the reason why she became lesbian. But the thing is, at the time, I never talked to her about her. And I think around 2 years ago, we were on the call. No, my sister's mad close to my cousin. So they were on call, and I said what's up, because I saw my little sister was on call, and I said what's up, and she was like, you remember the time where we kissed in the closet? I was like, yeah, bro, I do, bro. And we just laughed it off, bro, because there's nothing we can do about that. We was mad. Yeah, she was 7, I was 5, around there, or she was 8 and I was 6, around there, gang. And I just ended up kissing my cousin. You could I fuck? Nah, that's mad weird though. Like,